Ladies and gentlemen, you are very welcome in Dubrovnik Airport where the local time indicates 10 at midnight. It remains that word your seat.
Good morning. Sorry, can I have one water? Thank you. Thank you in Croatia is hvala. Hvala. Ah, hvala.
Was it?
Ah.
Oh, okay. Sorry.
Sorry, thank you. Bye. Thank you. ありがとう。
Mam pokaż kota. Nasi ja wygląda tam
Yes, go on.
Добър ден.
Yeah, добър ден.
Добър ден.
You're right.
Хвала.
Bravo, bravo.
Браво. Thank you. Kubara. Bye. Bye bye.
Open air,
Hello.
side by side we sway there in all the colors. Summer love, lonesome dove, folded on the lawn chair in all the colors. Summer love. Remember when we were getting nowhere fast, when the garden won't stop giving back honeysuckle, fresh cut grass. I could really use some stuff like that. Talk to me and tell me all that you've seen and all the colors. Summer love, memories washed in every shade of green and all the colors. Summer love. Remember the lazy river day canoe, bathing in the turquoise blue, losing track of time with you. Another peach pie sunset view, sleeping in the afternoon.
Kubara.
You are so beautiful.
Kubara.
Are you model?
No, no,
You
no,
are
no, no,
not.
not at all.
You're just disgusting.
Oh, yeah? Kubara.
That's yours.
Thank you. Bye bye.
Bye.
A cure for the air conditioned blues. Could you use some too?
confirm. Yeah. wanna ask you that which one you recommend, either smoked pork neck or salami?
Depends what you like. You like smoked neck or salami?
And I'm just thinking.
Don't think too much. Just choose. Start thinking. Just pick one.
Okay, so.
Small neck, this.
Okay, smoked neck.
There
Yeah,
you
yeah.
go, there you go.
That's all.
You want to heat it? Heat.
Yeah, please, yeah.
Okay, enjoy.
Thank you, Kubala. Bye.
Enjoy.
down one person.
You can sit here.
Is that okay?
Oh wow, you're very technological.
No, I'm from Japan. Cheers! Cheers! Oh yeah! Welcome to Croatia! Thank you!
Love like wildfire. I was your entire world until I stood alone in a storm. You took the sunshine, the flames are gone now, and I watched you walk straight out of that door. Promises got lost in the dust. Your boots by the door. You're not coming home. Love like wildfire. I was your entire